Hi, John Richards here. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I want to talk about how to focus your mind. This is a big one for me because I have ADHD and it's really tough sometimes to focus on something that's really important and get it done without being on Facebook or without being on YouTube and just being totally distracted. So I'm going to share some things that I've learned over the years from some of the people that have mentored me. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you always organize tomorrow today. Now, what I mean by that is you're going to pre-plan your day. First of all, if you're like me, I plan my week on Sunday. So I actually schedule my entire week on Sunday. But then every night, I do an end of the day routine where I actually go back through my schedule and make sure that it still reflects my priorities, because I want to make sure that everything is in priority order. You don't want to really, focus your attention on something that's not really important first thing in the morning. So like I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So my first work block is 5:30 to 7. And whatever I do during that work block, I want to make sure it's extremely important. So I make sure I script or I plan my entire day. So that's very, very, very important. The next thing you want to do is whatever you're going to focus on, you need to time block it. You need to block the time out. You don't want to just leave it open. You don't want to put it on a do list. You want to have a time block. And you want to start small. So if you have really a hard time focusing your mind, you want to make sure you start small, maybe 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. In fact, Craig Ballantyne suggests 15 minutes. He wrote a whole book in 15 minutes at a time. Because when you first start out, it's very difficult to stay focused because you want to eliminate all distractions. And so one of the ways you do that is you make sure the night before you do something called process planning. You're going to plan exactly what you're going to do during that time block, and it's going to be very detailed. If it's one task that's going to take you, let's say the most you really want to focus is about 90 minutes. They say up to 2 hours, but 90 minutes is about the most I've been able to do. And Darren Hardy calls that an actual jam session. So I'll block out 90 minutes. And if the task doesn't take 90 minutes, then I'll layer it in with a second thing. But these are usually my most important priorities for the day. And I never have more than 3. So if you have more than 3 priorities, you really don't have any anyway. You have too much. So if you're not focusing on something that's important, you're really kind of wasting your time. So you want to make sure you do process planning. So you want to plan exactly what you're going to do, all right? And then you want to lay out the materials, maybe open your screen to that, to wherever you're going to be working at. If you're a writer, maybe you're going to open to your Word doc, and then you're going to have that ready so you have no friction when you start. Because again, like me, I can get distracted with anything. And, so you want to make sure that you're able to get right down and get to work. And another thing you want to do, so let's say you're going to do 30 minutes. You want to have a countdown timer. I've had this countdown timer for probably 20 years. I bought it at Walmart. I think I paid $10. So anytime I'm doing something, I try to have a countdown timer and work against the clock. When I'm doing that, I'm not distracted by anything because I know I'm on a time block, okay? So I make sure that I have a countdown timer. Okay, the next thing you want to do every single day, if you schedule, let's say you're going to do something at 7 o'clock, you want to create a routine with this. So if you're like me, I have my entire day scripted. And it's usually blocks of habits that I'm doing that day. So I have a block at 5:30 to 7, then I have a block from 7:30 till 9, then I have a block from 1 until 2 in the afternoon. And during those blocks, I want to make sure that I start at the exact time that I've dedicated for that. So if I say I'm going to start at 5:30, I don't want to start at 6, because once you start emphasizing the start, you'll get used to doing it. Distractions are going to come. You're going to get text. You're going to get, notifications on email. You need to shut all of that stuff off. If you can, if you're not on your computer, if you're writing, whatever, make sure that you eliminate as many distractions as possible. And also let other people in your house know that you're in a focus block, because if you are able to do this, you will get more work done in a 30, 60, or 90-minute block than any other time of the day. There's a great book called Deep Work written by Cal Newport. You should read it. But it talks about deep work. Now, it takes 60 to 90 minutes to be considered deep work. And you can work your way up to that. So eventually you'll get to 60 to 90 minutes. I'm able to do 90 minutes fairly consistently now. I do a 90-minute block. I take a 30-minute break. You want to take a break after a focus block. So how to focus your mind, again, to repeat, you want to organize tomorrow, today. You want to know exactly what you're doing. It should be all planned out. It's like a movie script, okay? What am I doing during that 30 minutes, okay? And if it takes less than 30 minutes, layer your second priority in there if it's something possible. Now, if you're doing something early in the day and maybe your second priority is calls, well, of course, that's going to have to be, blocked out later in the afternoon, okay? And then you want to make sure you use process planning. So you want to eliminate the friction. So you want to take and maybe open your computer to wherever you're at. Again, put your files here. Make sure when you sit down, you know exactly what you're going to do. And again, use a countdown timer to just work against the clock. It'll eliminate those distractions. Okay, and then make sure you emphasize the start. Again, that's so important. It doesn't seem like a big deal. Hey, I'll start at 5:15, or I'll start at 5:30, I'll start at 6:15. No, you want to get in a habit. Once you build routines and habits, it becomes harder to miss. It's like me. I really don't have to worry about working out because I know I'm going to work out every single day. At 9 o'clock, I'm off to the gym. So I don't really have to worry about that. But when I have to focus my mind, it's a little tougher. So you have to create a process for that. And over time, it'll become easier and easier. Hey, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment if you want to see anything else that I might want to be able to share on this, or any other videos you'd like me to do. I'm going to be doing at least a video a week from now on. I hope to increase that to 2 or 3. Talk to you soon.